breaking new ground in the air. NATO's first all-female AWACS flight, keeping watch over the alliance's eastern flank.
We are flying right now over Poland. So our mission is to monitor and do surveillance.
Another mission of this specially chosen crew to show that women can do the same jobs as men. The flight was organized by a women's initiative team created at Germany's Geilenkirchen Air Base to promote gender equality, address shortfalls, and highlight role models.
We are looking for the next generation to follow in our flight suits. So I am really hoping to address the 10-year-old girl somewhere who sees that this is an initiative that NATO promotes diversity, equity, and inclusion and wants to potentially come here and fly as well.
But speaking of their flight suits, Captain Beatrice, who asked us not to use her last name, says female aviators often have to wear ill-fitting men's uniforms due to lack of supply.
We don't have female flight suits nor maternity flight suits, which isn't something that is talked about a lot, but there's still a need for it because women do get pregnant, right? And we need to make sure that we have, for our safety reasons on the aircraft, still fitting flying equipment.
Lack of supply is partly due to lack of demand. Across NATO militaries, the average female participation was just 13% in 2020, according to the latest available statistics. That ranged from almost 20% in Hungary to 0.3% in Turkey. Germany is at 12.6%. The German government has made it a priority to boost women's enlistment to 20%. That ambition will have to be matched by efforts to combat the factors that deter women from seeking a military career, including difficulties to balance family life, perceived discrimination, and sexual harassment. Canadian Lieutenant Colonel Melissa, who also didn't want to use her last name, says her government has made substantial improvements for military women and now encourages them to speak openly about past failures.
Too often we just want to hide the problems and we say it's not a problem, but it really was a problem with sexual misconduct, for example. So these initiatives also just attack those issues that we had in the past and make sure that there's gender equality and support for diversity for everybody.
Celebrating milestones like this flight helps morale, but so do the practical steps that make everyday life easier. Like the Women's Initiative team's success over the last year in establishing the first mothers' rooms on the Geilenkirchen base.
Some of the mothers, they have to do breast pumping or breastfeeding, nursing in their cars. So that was unsafe environment for them. So now we have one that is safe, secure, and sound for them.
Attracting and retaining women has become even more crucial as many NATO nations suffer both recruiting shortages and, due to Russia's war on Ukraine, pressure to reinforce their ranks.
We are recognizing that there is this untapped potential.
NATO's Special Representative for Women, Peace and Security, Irene Feline, is tasked with making sure gender perspectives are considered in everything the alliance does. She says this responsibility extends far beyond the armed forces.
If we want collectively to promote and advance gender equality, which is for NATO an important value, is a reflection of our core values. And education is key on that. Education outside and within the military.
Even the relatively low 13% of women in NATO's armed forces is double the figure of 2 decades ago. Perhaps by the time those 10-year-old girls watching this special flight grow up, this kind of crew will be a NATO norm.